it can, and with a little perseverance and a lot of speed, it catches up to one chicken and kills it. Foxes are among the most fearsome predators on any property. Fortunately, for most chicken owners, foxes are relatively low on the list of potential threats. They can, however, be a nuisance depending on the surrounding land. Foxes are typically found in densely forested areas. 9. Fox hunt pikas. In this incredible video, you can see an opportunistic Tibetan fox letting a bear do all the work of digging pikas out of the frozen ground and stealing one for itself. It's also a great example of a fox storing food for later use, which is a trait shared by all foxes. The Tibetan fox, also known as the Tibetan sand fox, is a true fox species found only on the high Tibetan plateau. The plateau pika, also known as the black-lipped pika, is a mammal in the Ochotonidae family. It is a small, non-hibernating diurnal mammal that weighs about 140 grams when fully grown. As this video shows, foxes enjoy eating pikas and they will hunt them whenever they get the opportunity. Before their walk, this birding tour group saw a fox on the edge of a building. In the late morning, they returned to the complex and saw the fox at play with a pika. It was all fun and games for the fox, but was the pika enjoying it? Well, the fox never killed the pika. He just grabbed it and dropped it on the ground after a few seconds, stared at it, and the two kept chasing each other. 8. Fox attacks wallaby. A fox tackles a wallaby in the middle of the street and holds onto the animal, trying to neutralize it until it just leaves it there and runs off. I'm thinking it heard a noise that scared it off, or a vehicle was heading towards it, but whatever the case may be, the wallaby escaped and headed back into the forest. This is a video of a fox killing a red-necked wallaby. Although foxes are known to prey on many native species, including small marsupials, it was not widely assumed that they attacked and killed larger wallabies. 7. Fox versus American badger. A fox can be seen walking through the thickets towards an unsuspecting badger, and when the fox gets close enough, he attacks the badger and startles the animal in the process. A short scuffle ensues, but nothing to write home about. A fox bothers this badger while he eats dog food, but the badger is too hungry to care. The fox is adamant and will not stop smelling and biting the badger's behind. The badger keeps his cool and continues to eat. These two must know each other because badgers are vicious. And if this badger wasn't familiar with this fox, he would have already jumped him unless the food is that good and he doesn't feel anything. Foxes and American badgers are known to share the same territories, and these two species can even be seen hunting together sometimes. In this video, they don't bother each other while they try to grab a quick bite to eat. 6. Fox hunts mouse. This young fox digs into the ground and throws a mouse over his shoulder before grabbing the little rodent and walking away with his kill. For such a young fox, he's quite a good hunter already. Young foxes are called pups. During mating season, the female will call out to indicate the males that she is ready. Females will build a nest of leaves inside their burrows after mating to raise the babies. A nesting chamber is a unique space in the burrow. The pregnant female only carries her pups for a total of 53 days. A litter typically contains 2 to 7 puppies. Pups are a family affair. Puppies are cared for by both the mother and father. Even older siblings will bring meals to their younger siblings to help them care for them. In the wild, foxes don't live very long. They average 3 years, but they can live much longer in captivity. Zoo foxes, for example, can live for 10 to 12 years. In this video, a red fox can be seen pinpointing field mice buried deep beneath the snow, using his sensitive hearing and the magnetic field of the North Pole to plot his trajectory. If you didn't think foxes were smart, you have your proof now. This is a fennec fox, and yes, some people own them as pets. I guess the owner prefers feeding him live rodents so he can kill the critters himself. Doing this in the house, to me, is kind of pushing it, but hey, what do I know? 5. Fox attacks dog. Here is a dog that's having fun barking and chasing a fox. The fox is much smaller than the dog, and he keeps running in zigzags to avoid the dog until he decides to stop and face the dog. When he stops, the dog stops barking and looks at him. The minute the fox starts running again, the dog starts barking and chasing the fox all over again. This fox harasses a chubby dog, and the dog doesn't appreciate it. The dog barks at the fox, but the fox doesn't back down and even tries to bite the dog's legs. The fox is stubborn, and even if the dog continues barking, the fox doesn't care and stands his ground. This fox is not very big, but boy, does he have a lot of energy. A fox sneaked into a garden behind a shed and was confronted by a terrier that was bitten quite badly and taken to the vet. Small dogs are vulnerable to fox attacks in bigger breeds, even though they can dispatch a fox, risk being infected with rabies if they do not get their shots. 4. Fox attacks raccoon. A fox challenges a raccoon on a cold winter day. The fox is unsure, and the raccoon simply waits to see what the fox will do. The fox moves slowly forward, and the raccoon moves slowly backward, but nothing unravels. Foxes are top predators and scavengers, which means they will eat anything to stay alive. Because foxes and raccoons share similar habitats, raccoons, particularly young raccoon cubs, are frequent prey for foxes. This fox ambushes the raccoon at night, and the raccoon makes a lot of noise. The two animals exchange glances, but the fox decides to leave, when a larger fox jumps into the frame to see what's going on. Another fox and raccoon go at each other, but it looks more like they're having some fun. In a real fight, a fox would defeat a raccoon. Foxes are larger, faster, and stronger than most raccoons. Furthermore, foxes are ambush predators with enormous fangs that may bite into their prey. 3. Fox attacks swan. It looks like this fox has sneaked into a swan's nest to kidnap some of the cygnets just as mom is swimming about. The camera zooms out, so it's hard to see what happens next. A fox tries to sneak into a swan's nest to grab a snack, but the swans don't allow it. One of the swans opens its wings and stands guard, trying to intimidate the fox. And it seems to work. This is a battle for the ages, when a fox tries to distract a swan by moving around it and bolting and grabbing one of the cygnets. 2. Fox attack opossum. In this video, the fox family has taken up residence in a groundhog den in the ground, inside, and under some shops in Tennessee. They had a den elsewhere and moved them to the shop of the man filming this video a few days before the video was taken. The man filming did not interfere with them in any way, except for the trail cameras. Foxes change dens for multiple reasons. They may be trying to escape parasites like fleas, lice, mites, flies, etc. When it tried to get into a foxhole and came face to face with Papa Fox. I can't tell for sure, but it looks like the opossum was able to escape. It looks like this fox and opossum are getting along as they both grab some munchies on the ground. But when the fox takes a whiff of the opossum, he tries to bite it, before moving away abruptly, being cautious, not seeming to know that the opossum can't really harm him. On top of that, he has a friend with him, so it's 2 against 1. Another fox chases a fox away when both animals meet in an open field in the dead of night. The fox is the opossum's main predator, and opossums do not like encountering foxes, because their lives depend on it. 1. Fox attacks. Pigeon. Look at this fox sneaking up on these wood pigeons to ambush them, but when the fox strikes, the pigeons are quick enough to fly away without being snatched. The fox sees his dream of eating a nice hearty meal go up in flames. This is a common hunting strategy for foxes to lull their prey into a false sense of security by passing by repeatedly, seemingly disinterested. When the pigeons were busy feeding, the fox stalks its prey and launches its attack. But as you saw in the video, sometimes it fails. Another fox tries his luck after he spots a pigeon and sneaks up on it, jumping in midair to grab the flying pigeon. It was close, but no cigar. It was another close shave for a death-defying pigeon, when a fox chased it all over the yard without success. It's the first time I see 3 pigeons in a row escaping death this way. I enjoyed these videos, but the fox diving into the snow and striking the mouse with surgical precision was the best. Which one was your favorite? Why don't you let us know in the comments below? Well, that's it for now.